Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And last episode, unfortunately things seem to be kind of getting worse with Mind's condition. And I'm not sure what we can really do about that. I mean, I kind of do. Like we did talk about buying special expensive stuff to kind of extract some of the magic, I think is how it works. So I guess we're gonna have to start doing some of that because yeah, things are clearly getting out of hand there. So maybe we'll start doing some of that this episode. Who knows? We'll see. But regardless, hopefully we can deal with it. So let's just get on into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, getting paid last episode. Yeah. It is a problem for sure. You know, there have been plenty of anime protagonists that I felt bad for, but it's usually for reasons like their entire family was slaughtered by demons or vampires or something. Like, it's usually something like that. But this show, the problems are not quite like that type, but still, mine has a lot of problems, and just she feels like it really does come across as life is a big struggle for her, you know? The only good thing is she does have some people in her life, like Lutz, that does help her. But aside from that, she just has a very tragic life. You know, dying in her original life, coming to this world as a sick, small, poor child, you know, in a world with no books for her to read or one big hobby. Has this sickness that's killing her. Costs a lot of money to deal with, and again, the poor family born to. Just, it's horrible. Chapter 11, Life or Death Choices and Family Meetings. I know, right? Just go away, sickness. Not for lack of trying. Okay. Is that sucking away the magic, or... I think so. Sucking up the fever. I bet Lutz would be willing to do that. So as long as it helps, if that's what's happening. Which it has to be, right? What else could that possibly be? So... But how expensive was that? Is anybody gonna greet me? It was like a, you know, a thingy. Oh, Frida. A little bit better now, I'm sure. Suddenly it's a sleepover with Frida. That's nice. Yeah. I guess that's all we're calling it. Magic item, okay. Because I wasn't sure whether to call it like a relic, an artifact, like what word to use for it, but I guess magic item's fine. That's the point of it. I hope this does solve the problem for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I already figured. That's a good way to explain it. Because she is technically talking to a child, you know? Yeah, that's a good question. At most. Yeah, we just gotta keep getting more. They're just pricey, that's the problem. Yeah. That's a bit of a problem. So we do need a bit more of a permanent solution. But I don't know if one exists. Okay? Well, yeah, I mean, I figured becoming friends with a noble was, like, the obvious thing to do to get more. Just as I have. Uh-oh. Okay, then. Bit of a bomb to drop on me. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. But I think we are starting to get to the point where she will meet up with our familiar face from the previews and stuff. You do have some important decisions to make here. That's a big decision. Well, that was a very heavy scene. Jeez. At least we have food now. I did what now? Yeah, I totally will. Just put it on my tab. I mean, I figured I was gonna give something like that away. Ouch! It's like a lot of most what we got. I mean, we have it. Just ouch. Yeah, she's surprised. Okay. Oh. Okay, I guess I just kind of ruined that plan. Didn't quite trap her this time. Yes, a good thing we did that. Good job. Everyone's here, even Turi. Wow, Frida looks a lot smaller there than in the bedroom scene. I mean, so does mine, but still. Perspective can do a lot. I mean, Daijobu-ish. Things are far from Daijobu in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, like zoom ins like this, she just comes across as bigger. But then we had that shot with it so zoomed out and other people for the sense of scale. A girl that small talking about being someone's concubine, it's just. Ugh. Do you not know? You think the parents should hear about this before Tsuri does, but okay. She's, I mean, just keyword is a strong word. We got money to earn, don't we? Wow, that's cute. They're so small that I feel like I could pick them up like a cat, you know, like by the scruff of its neck. Just by like the collar, you know. I knew they were gonna say that. That was a look. Whip it. Whip it good. This is harder than I thought. I want a different job behind. Beat it well. The pains of being a small child, I guess. You know, a sickly small child as well, on top of things. How do they think? Mine, we want more. Bath. A nice bath, wow. Yeah, I'm impressed. I kind of want one now. Of course, that should be a bit more anime figure-ish looking, but aside from that, yeah, this would be great. Like if she's there to supervise. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't. I doubt that was, like, the best decision, like, the happiest she's ever been with the decision. Although, she definitely doesn't come across as too bothered by it. Magical shampoo. Just great to see all this friendship building. I believe it. It does look very nice. Seems fair to me. Just fell asleep. Yeah, so much for that plan. Would have been great. But there we go. At least we got hand-holding. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, she looks great. Not an exaggeration. A bit fancier than what she had. But Tsuri looked great too. She's overcome with emotion, you know. Well, that's normal. We sure did. And, oof, just sunk right into there. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just the tiniest bit. Nice. Mine. You can definitely tell she's missed her family. Don't we all? Definitely nothing new there, I guess. Those forks do not look sharp at all. She just looks so happy there, which is great because it's been kind of a rough time for her lately. It's nice to see her having a good time. Really wish I could remember Benno's name. I keep trying to, but... Well, there you go. Bit of a cloudy sky. Yeah, Lutz has done a lot of good work in this show, for mine. Without question. Oh, snow. That's why we have the cloudy sky. It's gonna start snowing. I have to start carrying her. Yeah, we got kind of ripped off. Definitely a businessman. They really did not expect you to have that much, huh? Just completely wrecked their plan. Good thing she haggled up for that 3 gold. Yeah, just yell for the whole world, why don't you? So you don't grow sugar cubes or anything? Like an Eve Nickel? Thank you for subscribing, tier. Yeah, why would you? How could you do such a thing? You never learned mine. They keep reminding us of that. But she's good at. Mine always finds a way. What are you, Santa Claus? No credit cards in this world, though. Reversing what? Like, I've heard of most of that, but... Together with the family. It's still a decision to make. You look amazing in mine. I'm sure. You know, with all that silky shampooed hair. And even a twirl. Excellently done. Got the little flowers on the bottom. Oh my god, mine. You were just the best. The absolute best. I mean, she's still tiny. You have to come down really low to head pat her. Please stop saying that. Are we gonna tell them? Usually it's an adult that says that. No, that was never true. That's a problem. But I need to buy more of those, and those are not cheap or easy to find. I may have to become a concubine of someone noble to get more. More than you make. A lot more than you make. By you, I mean the father. Three small golds. That's like basically a fortune for a non-noble. Do you want to know that? Getting into the part 2. He is your father, sort of. Uh, uh, uh. There's just no good choice here. Of course you can. Wow, they are really together. I feel warmer just watching that. Somebody's left out, though. At least everything's out in the open now. Oh man, this was one of the heavier episodes for sure. But things definitely moving. Mayan's got to make some serious money. Really what it comes down to, which she has the means to do. She already has that kind of, you know, the whole business thing. She's got that going on, so she has to continue with that, and there's no reason why she couldn't make enough money. It won't be easy, though. But she has a much better chance than the average, you know, peasant girl, just let's just say that. Just 3 gold for 1 magic item, that's gotta sting. I just love the surprise on their faces though after she said, "Yeah, I got that. Here's the 3 gold. Thank you for your business." They're like, what? How could you pay that? That wasn't the plan at all. Like, it comes across as so scummy when you say that. Like, what? You can actually pay what I'm offering? Like, that wasn't part of the plan. That's the idea. It's a very interesting fourth wall breaking here. Some good looking pancakes. Alright, that was the 11th episode of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And yeah, with this episode, the last episode ended off with the devouring kind of getting the best of her, and Willie's kind of reached a bit of a boiling point, or an overflow point, I guess. And basically, we just gave her the magical item to deal with it. And she was at like Frida's place, I believe, and she was the first one to see her after she woke up. Pretty much just talking to her about things, explaining how the devouring works and how that magic item kind of what the effect that it had, you know, just using the water analogy. Basically, it's like got a cup, it's got water, a bunch of water in it. There's constantly more water dripping into it, and a magic item is kind of like a sponge that you just take some of it out of, and then you gotta get a new sponge. Like, it's kind of like that. I shouldn't actually use the term sponge, but it's, you know, that's how I like to think about it. You know, and you can use a similar water analogy to explain a lot of things in life, actually, but that's a bit of a side note. But the thing about this was she was explaining how that works and magic items and how you, of course, you need them to, you need more of them to keep doing this, and that this only buys for like a year at most, and then she's got to get more, and that she does have the same conditions, so her father, like, you know, has his own way of getting them and stuff. Like, what was it that exactly he said? I kind of want to go back to this conversation because there was a lot of good, important stuff in it. Let's see where. Okay, this is a good place to start. When she says, "Where can I get these magical items?" She just shakes her head. Asks how you got the bracelet. Magic items, exclusive property of nobility. The only ones we can get our hands on are the ones considered faulty or useless. But I mean, it seemed to be good enough for this purpose, though, right? Okay, and grandfather already went around buying those up for me. Okay, so these people, they do have some already. They didn't really say how many, but it says already went around buying those up for me. So they're already kind of splurged out and got all the crappy ones that are available, so it wouldn't be easy for mine to get them in that case. So that's the one problem. And even if you do find one, you know, you gotta keep getting more and more. That's a problem. Because people with devouring can't live without the magical items. And then she brings this up, only one way to survive. So basically, this is the alternative if you don't just have a lot of money, you know? And that's entering an agreement with the noble. Which, you know, as soon as she mentioned this, what I think of is that the one guy from the preview / episode 1, you know? Which he's got to meet up with at some point. Just probably not in the anime itself, because we're already kind of reaching the end, right? This is a 12-episode series, right? No, 14 episodes. Okay, still, you'd think she would have met him by now, but no. But she mentions agreements, you know, in return for having them buy you magical items. You will agree to work exclusively for them. Just as I have. And she said that line, just as I have. As soon as she said it, I had kind of a bad feeling. And it just kind of confirmed it when she clarified. I've agreed to become a noble's concubine after my coming-of-age ceremony. Just... that is certainly an option. But I do think mine will kind of go down a little bit of a different path. And she seems to definitely be okay with it, like, at the very least resign herself to it. Yeah, took the best deal that she could get. Yeah, then we had the 3 gold scene, which was great. I want to watch them be surprised again. Yeah, he says 3 small golds. And then he even says, you can't afford it. Like, that's what he was banking on, is what he knew, he knew she would say. And nope. I was just surprised by the price. I can totally pay that. And then you had Frida, who's, yeah, quite blatantly looking very surprised. She's like, is it a problem that I can? You know? But yeah, it's only a problem for them, not a problem for her. So that was great. It's a great little scene. And then the little chibi celebratory thing mine did was really great. And although it was overall a very heavy episode, there were plenty of cute mine moments sprinkled throughout. With a little bit of, you know, Frida and Turi as well. Just in that shot of like 8 minutes and 46 seconds, just Frida, I mean mine too, but especially Frida for some reason, just comes across as just so tiny, like the size of a water bottle. Just, I don't know, just something about it. But yeah, making food using sugar, which is, you know, big deal. Neither of them could serve for very long though, because they're both so frail. And a nice bath scene, like, I mean, a scene with a nice bath, I guess is a better way to phrase it. Like, very high society kind of bath. And more importantly, it led to, you know, we had a lot of good Mine and Frida, like, friendship, hanging out, playing, bonding. That was good as well. Because like I said, you know, they're both around the same age, same condition, like, they very good match for being friends, and I want to see that continue, and we definitely did so in this episode. And she appreciating the shampoo, of course. And even sleeping together while holding hands, like, definitely closeness is very clear here, so. And we also got to try on various outfits, like, I think both Mine and Frida, we both got to see a new outfit on them, which both looked great. Missed her family quite a bit, who were kind of misled about the cure, you know? Like, they're just like, yeah, she's cured, it's fine, don't worry about it, even though that's not the case at all. But they were eventually told the truth, which was definitely a rough scene. And we also had more snow, you know. I just love some of the smiles that Mine gives in the episode. Mine, I just still best character of the season. Like, that hasn't changed at all. Although I do quite like Misa from Kendagawa Jet Girls. The little twirl she did was excellent. But yeah, we eventually made it to the scene where she told them about it, and that was rough, but it seemed like she made the decision to stay with her family, so if that's the case, then she does need to make that money on her own. Which is a very, very heartbreaking scene, though. But a good scene, though, you know, the emotions were definitely there, and the three of them all sleeping together. Like, together, like they couldn't have been much closer if they tried, without, like, squishing each other. And then just father drinking alone. Like, yeah, it just, episode had a bit of a mix of those, you know, happy little bits and, you know, the more serious, heavy bits, but good overall. It's not like they don't, what's what I'm looking for, you know. I know those are two very different things, but they still blend together very well, because it's just kind of like, sure, life has its rough aspects, but that doesn't mean you don't try to still enjoy it as best you can, you know. So it's not like it was any kind of jarring difference or anything like that. It's just this is the struggle of life, a struggle to keep going, a struggle to enjoy life, and that's just kind of what Mine's dealt with in the show. It's just in general. The episode, I think, did a good job of kind of showcasing her life struggles. I don't know much more I have to say on the episode. Just hopefully Mine can continue to get the magical items, you know. That's really all it comes down to at this point. As long as you can do that, things should be fine. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.